Hey there, Blip here, and today I'm bringing to you the Mythic Sun King kill in a Fire Mage point of view. I'm going to be walking through the boss and teaching you where you need to use your combustions in the right place to essentially kill this boss. I wouldn't worry about your damage too much on this fight, because to do more damage you need other people to do less damage, and that's just never really going to happen. So don't really stress about your damage here. As long as you're doing the most damage in the critical moments, which I'll show you through the duration of this fight, then that's all you really should be focusing on, because that's what's going to get you the kill, and that is what's going to be most appreciated. Alright, so the pull timer started. I'm going to cast a fireball and do an AoE rotation on my combustion here. It's one of the best combustion I've ever done, but it's good enough that we're going to just kill everything anyway. And it doesn't matter too much because, yeah, you see I missed the flame strike there? Don't do that. But yeah, no, this wasn't a great combustion, but it doesn't matter. Everything is dying super fast anyway. Almost died there, unfortunately. I was stacked too close to someone else. Can't really move up my rune of power there. And then I'm marked to soak the blue marker in a second. As soon as this Mage is done, the raid leader is going to call this out, and I'm going to go over to blue mark and soak as soon as possible. Don't really care about my damage here because we're going to be facing the boss really fast and pushing him into the next phase. Now you have to watch your health a bit here if you do get this cascadation, because it can really kill you if you're soaking and you're also having that damage incoming. Just watch your health and be careful. Either way, we've pushed the boss here. Now this is where I need to save my next combustion for. So what's going to happen soon is that the boss is going to gain a shield, that's the mythic mechanic, and we need to burst it down. Now for healers, they have to heal something on the boss in the first and second phases. Otherwise, for us, we just have to nuke this shield down as fast as possible. So you always need to be saving all of your cooldowns for this. So as you can see right there, my raid frames, the Cloak of Flames is coming in 5 seconds, and we need to really nuke the boss. So my combustion's up, I'm preparing for it, and now I'm just going to combust and go straight into all my damage. We need to nuke this shield. If we don't, it's an instant wipe, and we got it fairly comfortably. Getting a bit close, but that's still fine. Otherwise, if you see the phoenixes, we're not actually focusing on them, we're just leaving them on the side because we're just going to keep knocking them back and kiting them with DK chains of ice for the rest of the fight, because it's just easier to deal with them that way, and then we can put all our damage into the boss. Now here I should have saved my rune of power for this shield coming up, but I didn't, unfortunately. It doesn't matter, just make sure you have some damage ready for it. I saved my fire blasts for it, so I'm just going to use them up here. Do a dragon's breath at the end there just for a little bit more damage, because I wouldn't be able to cast anything else. And otherwise, just doing the rotations normal. Now the boss should phase before he gets another shield, so you shouldn't have any problems with this. And that's the important thing, just making sure you have your combustion for that first shield and having a bit of damage, ideally with your rune of power for the second shield, because you're going to probably be wiping to this more than anything else. And as you can see there, unfortunately, the movement was a bit awkward and everyone in the raid got the tank debuff, which caused actually someone to die, and yeah, it wasn't great. Otherwise, the intermission is starting now. I have my combustion up. I'm going to combust on the Vanquisher here. I'm getting a hot streak ready. Now I'm just going to combust on him. Now what's going to happen here is I need to go and soak blue in a second when the boss gets his next Cloak of Flames. As you can see here, this is the healing one I was talking about. So I just cancelled my combustion a bit early because I need to go as soon as possible. Because as I said, just executing the mechanics is what's going to kill this boss for you, not cheesing on the ads. That damage is more than fine. Either way, the shield is removed, and now we just do some damage here. So I'm just going to put some flame strikes down, shifting power, use more fire blasts and flame strike charges, and just cleave stuff down now. Otherwise, yeah, it's just as you would do on Heroic, there's just lots of ads, we just need to cleave them down. As you can see, the phoenixes are still being crowd controlled, and we're using that side of the room where they are now to just CC them and get rid of them. Because remember, they keep dropping patches of fire where they're kited, so ideally we want to keep as much free and clean space as we can on the right side of the room. Now upcoming is where I'm going to make a big mistake, and I'm going to combust into the wrong ads, which is going to cause us to almost wipe on this boss. And otherwise you're just going to combust on the other side of the ads, which I'll show you in a second. The soul infusers are spawning here. This is where you're combusting, but as I said, I was not in for this fight at first, so unfortunately I didn't get to see that, and I end up breaking the CCs here, which is going to cause us to really struggle and stress out here. The hunter, as you saw, also broke the other one on the other ad, which causes us a lot of problems. But you see the soul infuser I'm attacking now? These are the ones you want to combust into, but it may depend on what your guild's doing, because you can use either side of the rooms. The side where all the fire is the side where you want to ignore the soul infusers and CC them, so then when everyone comes over they can attack and kill them together before they reach and start infusing like this. Luckily we had a lot of CC we could keep chucking on it, so that was nice. But yeah, just don't be me and combust into the wrong one. We lusted a bit early here just to push the boss in the healing to phase him, and to also just deal with the soul infuser that I accidentally pulled. Now here we're just going to be focusing the boss and cleaving down the vanquisher, because the quicker we kill the boss then we won't have to deal with a third cast of the flames. And here as well, like you wanna, this is where your next combustion will come in. You're going to use this on the shade, and obviously at the ember blast here we're going to stack up and soak that together. There's 4 phoenixes now, they're just being knocked back constantly as you see with the ring of peace, and we're just going to keep slowing them with chains of ice, as you can see around them right now. So the frontal cone, dodge that, and now the cloak of flames is about to come up, so I'm having my combustion ready, and then I'm going to combust into it. Because this is the hardest part of the encounter, just bursting this shield. But obviously with the bloodlust and execute and our combustions and all cooldowns from everyone else, we have the damage to do it. Now the next shield is going to be the tight one, because obviously people don't have their cooldowns anymore, and only a few people will have them for it. So what you want to do for this one is obviously save more cooldowns. So Rune of Power, Fire Blast, I have my shifting power here, I'm going to save for it. I use my Rune of Power here, but that's fine because it's going to be up when the shield spawns anyway. And as you can see here, I'm going to get a Scorch ready into some Fire Blasts. Then I'm just going to use my Shifting Power, double Fire Blast. Just make sure we push that, and now the boss is dead. And that's all there is to this fight really. Just make sure you use your combustions in the right places, and make sure you get these push timers as well. It's all about having the healing in this fight really. If you're struggling to push the boss from healing reasons, like we even brought in the Ret Paladin ult just to help heal the boss with his holy power, because they heal for so much with the talent Healing Hands, I believe, that makes them heal more with the Word of Glory when they're low HP. Otherwise, yeah, there's not really much else to this fight. Just use your combustions in the right place, soak when you're told to soak, and push the boss and break the shields. Either way, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and yeah, I'm sorry it's later than intended. As I said, I was benched for this fight simply because we have a really big roster, and really everyone needs to get a chance to play. So, you know, I'm completely fine with being benched from now on. It helps the guild, and it's a good thing. But yeah, if you did like the video, then be sure to subscribe. I've spent a lot of my time recently working on a Fire Mage guide. I really should have had out a lot earlier, so if you want to see that, be sure to come and check back later, because I should have it out in the next couple of days. I also have the Lady Never fight out, and then soon I will have the Cancel fight out on Mythic as well. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you in the next one.